hello to everybody, and thank you for joining me today on this wonderful Friday late afternoon. And yes, I hope that you're all doing well, and I hope that you all can see me well. And definitely, I can see you guys over here. I've been just trying to get a couple of things straight over here, and that took me a little bit longer than expected. And today we have a great program for you, and it has to do with color for cinema. That's correct. Color for cinema is our topic for today, and I'm going to stream for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour if possible. All right. Anyways, I just wanted to let you folks know, okay, what's going on for today. And yes, I am so happy that you're all here joining me. And again, for those that are going to join me here for the very first time, my name is Charles Richard. Okay, Charles Richard is my name, and we are live streaming, so that will always be a good thing, I think, right? And so I hope that you guys can hear me well. I hope that you guys can see me well. We're going to talk about uh, colors for doing cinema work and the way that I particularly use photography to determine my colors for my scenes. It is very important, I believe, that one of the things that a director, okay, does, or a DP as well, is we look at colors to sort of set the moods. But we're going to talk about the tools that I use, all right, to be able to get the mood going, right? And how I use them and the things that we need to look at, okay? The things that we need to sort of like, look at what exactly is going on. Let me say hello to everybody first. Okay, I just want to make sure, all right, that we get to see, yeah, hello to all, all right, and so I just want to make sure that everybody, if you're not seeing me, okay, that way I can see that everything, the chats are working and everything else is working, all right, so definitely I think that colors is definitely the most important in a in any film production, all right. I'm not talking about video production. I'm talking about film production, and different colors actually determine, all right, determine uh, how the mood of the actual film is going to play out. And before I forget, okay, for those that don't know, I just got word that Carl Weathers. If you don't know who Carl Weathers is, he was the actor that played Apollo on the Rocky movie. He just died. Okay, and so my deepest sympathy to the family, and definitely he was a. I think he was. An iconic figure, okay, that became very iconic in all those Rocky movies, and that's what he's mostly known for in the Rocky movies. I believe he was in the 70s, okay, and 74 or 76, I'm not sure. I know definitely he was in the 70s, but yes, he just passed away today. So, and I bring this because we're talking about movies, and I think that um, as we get into these movies, we can talk a little bit about the Rocky movies also, and the color, all right, that was brought for the Rocky movies to set the mood, to set the mode. All right, and we're gonna look at certain things. Definitely, I want to go ahead and look at all these things. But let's start, okay, by sort of talking about when we as directors get a script. The first thing that we have to do is sort of decipher and figure out what it is that the author is trying to portray. What kind of mood is the author trying to show the viewers? Okay, what is he trying to show the viewers, so that when we as directors, obviously, if you're a director, if you're a DP, one of the classes that you take, one of the studies that you do is the effect of colors on mood, right? And it's very important because colors do affect your mood. It's a psychological thing, but it is definitely something that most people just don't understand and don't know. But at the same but the same means, right, while we have to portray a certain mood, a certain feeling, we also have to understand that not all locations are able to work well. All right, and here let's get started, and let me show you a couple of ones. This first one that we're going to see, all right, the first one that I want to bring to you is um, a set of, it just is all the same location. All of these that I'm going to show you are the same. They're taking with a camera. um, and my cameras, so the Fujifilm cameras, have the capability of doing what we call film simulations. Some cameras call it LUTs, right? But the difference is that when I actually film with these cameras on the Fujifilm cameras, you can set the camera to actually um, look at, let's say, four different types of looks or five different types of looks. And the camera, when you take the photo, it will take five rapid shots. For example, if you are going to get five shots, it will take five rapid shots, and each shot will be actually um, configured, right, with a certain different look, a certain different color, all right, whether it be the rest a little bit more brown, a little bit more teal, whatever it is that you select, okay, for your colors, all right, is um, how it actually puts the color into your particular photo. And then what I like to do is I take those particular pictures, like you see right here. I take those particular pictures, right? And those particular photos have a different color. All right. For example, you will see here on the far left hand side. This way, all the way on the left, right? On that far left hand side, all right, you will see that that particular color, right, is a little bit more uh, it has a little bit more contrast than the others, right? It's got a little more accent on the teals, right? And it's not as heavy as on the reds as the one in the middle, right? The one on the middle actually looks a little bit more on the red, and the one on the right looks a little bit more as the first one, but it doesn't have as much contrast. Now, the reason why I'm bringing these up, right, for you folks, is because I want to on the next shot, right? I'm going to show you something that will prove that not all colors work all the time. So if I take let me turn these two off, and let's work on one for a second, okay? Oh, it's not that one. Okay, we're gonna work on this one and this one. Okay, so this first one that you see here, right? This very first one is a shot, okay? Um, that for me, right? For the kind of mood that this script for this coming up movie is portraying, it's very remnants, right, of something that happens in, let's say, like the 40s, 50s, and that's the kind of a feel of the color that I want to bring into more like the 40s, right? Which is more woodsy, so it highlights more the woods. It highlights and it looks beautiful. These are the colors that are generated, um, the colors that were popular in those eras. All right. If I look at the next one, this one here, it's it looks too fake. All right. It looks too fake. Um, that's not the word I'm looking for. Fake is not the word. It looks. It doesn't look. It doesn't look era accurate. Okay, the colors don't look era accurate. So if I'm looking at something for the 40s, it doesn't look era accurate. All right, because those colors in the ceiling, right, was not really the true colors that you see even in when you walk into a house or into a building that was built into the 40s, right? The colors that you're going to see mostly is the one on the first one, right? And so if we look at the second one, at the third one, right? This one here, right? If you look at the third one of the things that I don't like about this one is that it is um, too matte. Is not sharp enough, right? It's not sharp enough because remember that when we film, all right, after I put a Pro Mist filter in front of the camera, it's going to knock some of that matte, right? So if I'm knocking the matte from here and I'm using a Pro Mist filter, like a quarter a Pro Mist filter, it's going to be even more matte than what you see here, right? So let's look at the second one, all right? Uh, the second group of pictures, and I want you to look carefully at these pictures before I go to my next series. These pictures have one thing, and the whole series, okay, has one thing in common. The the photo on the left, okay, we'll call it number one. All right, the photo on the left, the photo on the middle, and the photo on the right, they are all actually throughout the three scenes that you will see are the same exact color settings, right, that I used for these shots. In other words, I went to where this particular scene is going to be, and I took my camera and it took these three shots. Then I took my camera and I went where my next scene would be, all right, which would be inside a like a little bar side. with the same exact colors. They didn't change none of the colors, right? Because you have to understand that the movie also needs to have a balance. The movie needs to have the same color throughout the whole film, right? It can't have a bluish color in this scene, and then in the next scene, which is inside, let's say, a bar, have a very reddish tone, um, color. It throws the whole movie off, and it throws the mood off, and it throws the color grading for the whole movie. It becomes problematic. So let's take a look at the next group. Okay, the next group that you see, all right, which are these right here. All right, let me do one thing for you guys. All right, let me take this one off and this one off. All right. Oops. That was the first one. Okay, this one off. All right. And let me open this up. I want to open this up for a second for you guys. All right. So you guys can see this. Um, um, can I do this? Maybe I can't. Oh, I know why. I know why. I know why. Okay, here we go. All right. So let me open it up so that you guys can see it better. All right. This one here. All right. This particular one, all right, is the equivalent, right? Let me just hang on tight. Okay, this one here, all right, is the equivalent of this first one here. Oops, wrong one. All right, let me do that, and let me do that. Okay, that color, okay, the color that I'm showing you right now on this particular one is the same exact setting as this one here. But notice here's the problem with it. All right. The problem with it is that in this, if I were to select this color here works very well for this scene. But when I come to this scene, it looks sort of yellowish. All right. It looks sort of yellowish. Lighting has a lot to do with it. Yes. All right. Lighting does have to do a lot with it. But also, something that a lot of people don't understand. Remember that light bounces off of objects, right? So it doesn't matter if you have a white wall, if you have a gray wall, if you have a brown counter in front of you. Light your objects that are in that room, all right, and the colors that are in that room on those objects will affect the light. All right. Now, the other thing also is on this particular one, something that I don't like, all right, is the fact that the skin tones don't look right. So let's take a look at this one here. All right. This one here, on the other hand, let me unlock it and let me bring it up. Can I bring it up? Let me see. Is it unlocked? Yes, it is. All right. And this is group two. Let me bring it up. Oops. What's it doing here? Hold on a second. Uh, oh, I see it. Okay. That's why. Okay. No problem. Here we go. All right. There. And let me bring it up. Oops. Too much, too much, too much, too much. All right. Here we go. All right. So let's take a look at this one here for a second. All right. Let's bring it up a little more. There we go. All right. This one here, all right, as you can see, let me lock that. Let me lock that one. All right. This one here works a little bit better, okay, than this one. Notice, notice that this one, all right, the tones on the skin are better. But here's the problem, and I'm going to show you also one other thing that creates a problem on this shot on these colors. But before I do that, let's take a look at the third one. Okay, uh, this one here would be the third one. All right, and let me all right, let me bring it up. Here we go. Okay, now this one here, all right, is a little bit darker, right? Okay, now if you look at the woods, okay, if you look at the actual woods, the the texture of this one here, all right, you can see the grain a little bit more, and you can see a little bit more light. Now, the settings on the cameras was exactly the same, right? The settings on the camera did not change at all. The settings on the camera had the same ISO, it had the same shutter speed. None of that stuff changed. The only thing that changed was the actual simulations, the film settings, all right, for the color settings. Okay, that's the only thing that changed, or in other words, quote unquote, LUTs. Okay, that's the only thing that changed. All right, so that one obviously, right, is a little bit on the yellowish side. All right, this one is a little bit more on the sort of like the reddish side, and this one here is just very orangey. All right, so but here's the issue with that. The issue with that is that one of the things that I wanted to simulate, all right, is a film simulation that was also back in the 40s, which was made by Kodak. All right, let me show you. All right, this actual film. It was done. This picture was actually done with film, and I'm going to show you what it looks like with this film. Uh, Here it is. Okay, this film, right, was actually by Kodak, and you can see, right, how the woods, right, that we're looking at right now, the woods are very, very, um, very natural looking as far as the woods are concerned, right? It's a big difference between that and this here. Or even if I look at this, right? Even let's look at that one. And that one is actually the one that will simulate the most, that will look like the most. Let's take a look at this again. See that? All right. So this one is the one that will look the most like that film. Here's another problem, though, that arises from that. The other problem is that when you look at the wood tones, let's look at the third photo and you'll see. When you look at the wood tones, okay, this shelf here is in the same room, and you notice that on that wood shelf, all right, the upper left hand photo actually accents more. You can see more the grain on the wood, all right, and you can see more clearly the glass, okay, or the old-fashioned glass, all right. So that particular in this particular case, this particular lot, this particular setting would probably work best. But does it mean that it would work well in every situation? No, okay, because in this situation, uh, this one here, which is this one, is that I'm looking at the same one, the same exact setting. That has the same exact setting as this first one on here on the top left, right? That particular setting works good here, but it doesn't work well here. All right. And so that's where now it becomes sort of a mind boggling um, kind of like a puzzle, all right? Which we as directors or as DPs, we have to create a balance, something that will work well in all scenarios, all right? My scenario on this particular film is I need this look here. This look here is the look that I want. Let me see if I can ungroup this. All right, so you can see it. And yeah, let me unlock this. And let me come here and let me bring it to bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, let me go this way. All right, the clarity of this here, let me see if we can see it better now, right? Okay, the clarity, all right, of this right here, the look that this brings needs is the look that I'm looking for. Is the look that will be more error correct, all right, and will be a balance, all right, between this true film. This is a true film, all right. This Kodak look, okay, that was used back in the 40s, all right. This one here, I think, will be the best selection. Now, if I look at this, all right, if I look at this one here, in this scenario, this one will definitely not be it, but this one here, all right, this particular one uh, would be uh, the choice, okay, which is the same one. Again, the same one that we would been looking at. Let me bring this up, okay, bring this up. All right, can we do this? Let me stretch this out a little bit more so you can. Here we go. All right. It would be the better choice. It would be the better choice, right? And so now you got to look at composition. You got to look at composition, all right, because obviously this is not the format, all right. This is definitely not the format that the film will have. So if I were to actually put the format and how it would look, right? Let me um, turn off my camera and let me put the proper format. That's the format that you see in the movies, all right? That's the anamorphic look. That it's called the 2 by 39 by 1, all right? Is the format that you use on the movies. So now, when you look at this, when you look at composition, when you look at colors, this one here actually looks very nice, looks very, very nice. If I go back to this one, let's enlarge this so that you can see it better. Let's do it so that we can see it really nice and big. Um, well, this one needs to be like really blown up. All right, let's see. Is it almost, almost, almost? Okay, let's look at composition. Composition would be somewhere about here. All right, and so if I look at that, let's get my camera off and I look at what it'll look like, that would be my actual composition. Would be more like somewhere like that, right? So now if I look at this as composition and I look at this here as composition, you know, it also affects um, affects mentally, all right, how you perceive, right, the mood, okay, of the scene. And in this particular case, all right, it's the clarity is just wonderful. It's just beautiful. All right. The clarity is just there. All right. And if I look at this one, all right, this first one, which is like way on the top. Let me see. It's not that one. Oops, it's that one, which is that one. That one is the one that's going to create the clarity. Let me show you. Let me show you. All right, let's bring this. Look how clear, okay, it is. Look how clear, all right, how sharp it is. You see the grain on the wood? You see the grain on the wood? Let me get myself out of here and let me show you in movie. There we go. All right, look at the grain. It just pops up. All right. It actually, there's something about that look that just brings it out. That color that just brings it out. So now the way that I like to do this, the way that I do this is by actually, I take my camera before I do any film, before when I'm going out scouting, looking for locations, whether it's going to work or not. I take my camera, all right? And this is why and again, most of you guys, know that I'm a Fuji lover and all this stuff, but no other camera does this, okay? Let's cut with the bullshit, no other camera does this, all right? This camera, I can set it to do five different LUTs, three different LUTs, eight different LUTs. All right. Fuji doesn't call them LUTs. Fuji calls them film simulations. But these film simulations can be modified. All right. You modify them. You can have a film simulation for a Kodak 400, one for chroma color, one for I don't know, Portra, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, all right? You select, right? And then when you are planning, all right, the film before you physically go out and shooting, that's how you know the kind of lighting that you're going to take, what color it is that you're going to shoot at. And what's nice about it is that you can see it in the camera, all right? You don't have to shoot and then try to correct it in post and hope that, everything will come the way that it is supposed to come, so these are the benefits. These are the benefits of doing it, this way. So I like it. That's sort of the way that I do it. It doesn't mean that you have to do it that way. It's just the way that I do it. All right, and it's a tool because these cameras are just tools for us. All right, again, you can film with today's um, advancements in technology, anything is just about great, so that is definitely um, something that you guys can go and experiment for yourself. But anyways, I just wanted to sort of touch a little bit, okay, on colors. All right, I just wanted to touch a little bit on colors because I think it is so massively important. All right, that we can bring, some of these wonderful colors, in stuff like this. Yeah, look at this. This is just gorgeous. Okay, this is just super gorgeous. Look at that. All right, bring these lively colors, which is just so enriching, and so awesome. I think that the tools that we use, all right, the tools that we use can definitely, give us these. Um, um, this ability, all right, to sort of prepare ourselves, and that's what I do. I sort of use these tools to prepare myself, all right, um, as to how it is that I want to my film to look like, right? And that's how I do it, But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about all of this mumbo jumbo, my crazy thought process, right? And tell me if you do it a different way. I wanna see if maybe you might have a better idea, all right? Or maybe there's another way that you guys do it. Another way that is done is people before they go hunting for scenes and they go prepping, they take which is very popular, all right, is they take their iPads, Apple iPads, because the Apple, believe it or not, the Apple iPad has a very, very good color, all right, a very true color. The other one that is even better than the iPads right now, okay, it wasn't like that before, but right now because it has a OLED screen, is the Lenovo's. All right, incredible screen. All right, but definitely are the two um, um, tools that are used out there to take the picture and see, if the colors actually work, and how they will plan the scenes and the lighting and all that stuff. Right. So, anyways, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. And again, if you haven't subscribed, okay, please subscribe. Please subscribe, and that way, you guys can be notified when I do things like this. Right, the next one that I'm going to the next live stream that I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about a composition, and then we have some guests that are going to be coming in, and they're going to be talking about the effect of colors on mood, all right? So that if you're doing your composition or you're planning a scene within a script, you sort of understand a little bit more about how color affects your mood. So we're going to have a couple of guests that are actually going to be talking about that, plus their artwork. Yes, don't miss it. Don't miss it because we got a lot of stuff, a lot of great stuff that is going to be coming to you guys. So in the meantime, thank you very much. Okay, for joining me. I don't know if I have anybody down here. If I missed anybody, I definitely apologize. But I just do want to iterate, right? That this is our first live stream back in the month of February. And like I promised you, right? I had promised you guys that I was going to be doing live streams on February, all dealing with art, color, all this stuff. And we're doing it just right on time because we have a big, big festival, another big festival out here coming in Miami that has to do with art. So, in the meantime, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you on the next uh, live stream. Bye bye.